Hello dear students, how are you all? I TAUSIF Ahmed welcome you once again on this wonderful platform Example. And today we are going to study a very important topic, and this topic is so important that you cannot afford to miss it, right? The topic is fixed prepositions. So the very first thing you have to do is to share the session so that more students may join us. Hi Darshit, how are you? So just give me a second and we'll start. Dark. Yeah, now the brightness is okay. Okay, so everyone please come fast and join the session because today's session is going to be very helpful and you cannot afford to miss it, because as far as SSC CGL or CPO or CHSL exam is concerned, this particular topic is going to help you very much. Okay, I have already taught this topic in my Hindi medium channel. My Hindi medium students are also there, so I have already taught this chapter there, and today I am teaching you this chapter. So the chapter is fixed prepositions. Okay, the chapter is fixed prepositions with verbs. Okay, fixed prepositions with verbs. Now what do you mean by fixed preposition with verbs? See, there are nouns, there are adjectives, and also verbs which are followed by fixed prepositions. Fixed preposition means there are certain prepositions that are used after different verbs and different nouns and different adjectives. So the only way to able to solve questions based on fixed preposition is to learn them, right? There is no concept that you should learn, understand. You just need to learn that yes, this particular verb is followed by this particular preposition. That's it. Like, you have to learn these fixed prepositions as vocabulary. Okay, so my suggestion is, do not learn the verbs, the nouns, the adjectives. Learn them with their respective prepositions. Okay, for example, if the word is exceed, ACCED, if the word is exceed, don't just learn the meaning of exceed. Exceed means to bow down before someone's demands. Okay, so don't just learn the word exceed, learn its preposition also. Like, exceed is always followed by to. Exceed is always followed by to. So always learn exceed to. Always learn exceed to. Okay, because if you learn the word exceed, you may know the meaning of the word, but in the question formation you will miss the preposition to after it, right? So whenever you learn vocabulary, particularly verbs, just learn their respective prepositions also. Okay, so today we are going to discuss fixed preposition with verbs. Fixed prepositions with verb. Some of you may some of you may know all these words because I have already taught these prepositions to my Hindi medium students. So if some of you have attended that class, you can revise all these things, right? So let's start. So here we have a first word. Here we have a first word. First word is first word is exceed to. First word is exceed to. Okay. Now what does exceed means? What does exceed means? Exceed means to surrender to someone's demand. Okay, to surrender to someone's demand. Exceed. Okay. Right. yield to someone's wish. Yield to someone's wish. Okay. So like there is a mill. Okay, there is a factory, there is a mill, and workers are demanding for the bonus. Workers are demanding for the bonus, but the mill owners are not ready to give their bonus. Okay, mill owners do not want to give extra money in any form. Okay, so workers are demanding for bonus and mill owners are not ready to give any extra money. So the sentence would be the mill owners did not accede to. The mill owners did not accede to. The mill owners did not accede to the demands of their workers. Okay, now this sentence means the mill owners did not accede to the demands of their workers. Like workers were demanding for bonus and the mill owners were not ready to give extra money in any form. So they did not accede to the demands of workers. Like they did not accept the demands of their workers. Okay, now in which way this sentence can be asked? Like this can be asked as fill in the blanks, exceed blank. Now 4 blanks will be given: to, at, for, with. Or this sentence can also be asked in the form of spotting error, right? For example, the mill owners did not accede with the demands of the workers. Okay, so this is first part, this is second part, this is third part, and this is fourth part, and the fifth part is no error. Okay, so fixed preposition can be asked not only in a spotting error but also in fill in the blanks or cloze test. So here you cannot solve this question unless you have learned that exceed is always followed by to. because this sentence does not have any structural error. Structural error. Structure of this sentence is absolutely correct. Like tense is correct, like verbs are correct, like adjectives and everything is correct. Just the preposition, you must know that which preposition has to be used after exceed, and the only way to know this is to learn it. Okay, so if you learn it that exceed is followed by to, then only you can solve it, otherwise you won't be able to solve this question. So here 2 is the right answer, and here error is in second part. Okay, it will be replaced by 2. Okay, getting my point or not? How many of you, like 3 students, 4 students are watching me right now, how many of you have studied this before in my class? Like I have taught this in my Hindi medium class. How many of you have studied this? Deepak Singh, you have studied, huh? So no problem, you can revise it. Okay, right. Now, so this was exceed. Okay, so just learn this word that exceed is followed by to. Now the next word is accord. Accord, something to somebody. Now what is the meaning of accord? The meaning of accord is grant or allot. Grant or allot is the meaning, right? Let me explain. You must have heard this word allot, simply to give. Okay, to give. For example, room number 13 is never allotted to any student. Okay, in my hostel where I used to study, there was a room number 13, and the room was considered very unlucky, and it was believed to have supernatural powers like atmas and bhoots and all that. Okay, so people used to say that this room is haunted, right? So it was not allotted to any students ever. Okay, so room number 13 is never allotted to. So allotted is followed by to. Okay, and the word allotted has a synonym which is accord. So whether it is allotted or it is accord, both are followed by to, because allotted and accord have same meaning. Okay, allotted and accord have same meaning, right? So room number 13 is never accorded to any student, or it is never allotted to any student. Okay, so the word accord something to somebody means to give something to somebody. Like you can see the example, my boss accorded a new cabin. My boss accorded, like my boss allotted. What did he allot? He allotted a new cabin. To whom did he allot? He allotted a new cabin to me. Okay, so just you have to learn that accorded is followed by to. Any other preposition in place of to will be wrong. Okay, Clear? Any doubt? Any problem? Okay. Now the next word is agree to. Agree to. And see, just see that agree to is followed by proposal. Now this word can be confusing. Why confusing? Because there are two prepositions that follow the word agree. Okay. Agree is followed by with as well as to, but the conditions are different. Okay, like agree is followed by with when there is any person. Okay, means when you agree with a person, as you know that preposition with has to be used, and agree to means to proposal or idea or something. Okay, for example, he did not agreed he did not sorry agree I'm very sorry he did not agree to my plan. Okay, and he did not agree with me. So as you can see here, agree is followed by to, because here I am talking about my plan. My plan is not me, like my plan is not a person. Okay, agreed is followed by with when there is a person after it. Okay, so here no person is there, my plan is there, so here we have used to. But in this sentence agree is followed by with, because after with I am there like me is there. Okay, so he did not agree with me, so when there is a person use with after agree, and if there is any idea or plan or proposal or anything else use to after it. Okay, so here both the sentences are correct. Any doubt? Any problem? No. Good. Now next word is appoint to. Appoint to. Now this word is really very important, and why is this important? You can just see the examples. Both the sentences says that they appointed him. Okay, here they appointed him, and here also they appointed him. But in this sentence preposition to is there. Okay, and as we have already discussed that appoint is followed by preposition to, so here appointed is followed by to. This sentence is absolutely correct. But in the second sentence to is missing. The verb in this sentence is also appointed, but to is missing. So is this sentence correct or it is wrong? Is this sentence correct? Yes, this sentence is also absolutely correct. Now how come both the sentences may be correct if appointed is followed by to and in the second sentence there is no preposition? So the answer is in this word. Here the word is professorship and here the word is professor. Okay, let me give you one example. They have appointed me to, let me change the word, chairman. They have appointed me to chairman. And second sentence is, they have appointed me chairmanship. Now, which sentence is right? Which sentence is correct and which sentence is wrong? See, both the sentences are wrong. Both the sentences are wrong because where a post is given, to cannot be used. Okay, and where the name of a post is given, there we have to use to. So here after me, we need to. Okay, so there is a difference between chairman and chairmanship. Like the word brother and brotherhood. Okay, both are nouns. Chairman and chairmanship, both are nouns. But chairman is a person. Like chairman is a person, but chairmanship is not a person. Chairmanship is an abstract noun. Chairmanship is an abstract noun. Okay, like you can meet a chairman, you can meet a brother, like you can meet a professor, but you cannot meet or you cannot see chairmanship. You cannot see brotherhood. Okay, because brotherhood, chairmanship, professorship, these are all abstract nouns. These are qualities. Okay, so both the sentences are wrong. Okay, with abstract nouns, to has to be used. Okay, but with person, to is not used after the word appointed. Okay. Now the next word, allot to. Allot to. Now I have already explained this word because allot is the synonym. Okay, I have explained you the word accord, and as you can see here, allot is just a synonym. So if accord is followed by to, allot is also followed by to. And I have already given you one example also, that room number 30 is never allotted to any student. Okay, so allot and accord both are synonyms. Okay, accord and allot, both are synonyms and both are followed by to. And you can see the examples also. I allot 10% of my salary to the poor. I allot 10% of my salary to the poor. However, this is just a sentence. In today's age, no one is ready to, allot even a single, paisa to anyone else. Okay, so he must be a dharmatma who is allotting 10% of my salary to the poor. Okay, who does this in today's age? Who does this? No one. Okay, now let's see the next page. Let's move towards the next page. Okay, so the next word is appeal. Appeal. Your job is to learn all these words and their prepositions today only. Okay, don't leave this for tomorrow. Okay, appeal to. Okay, now what does the word appeal means? Appeal means to request. Okay, to request someone, right? Appeal, like we appeal in court. Okay, if we lose a case, a court case, we appeal in the higher court. Okay, so appeal to a person. So the example is, I would never appeal to you for mercy. Okay, I will never appeal to you for mercy. Like I have done something wrong, for example, and you are a police officer, but besides being a police officer, you are my neighbor also, and I do not want to bow down before you. So what I'll do, I will never appeal to you for mercy. Like I will never say to you that please pardon me, please leave me, please help me. I'll never do this for my self-esteem. Okay, because because you are my neighbor too. So this is about my self-esteem, that if I bow down before you, you will always tease me. So I will never appeal to you for mercy. Like I'll never request you for mercy. So appeal is always followed by the word to. Appeal is always followed by the word to. Okay. Now the next word is adhere to. Adhere to. Adhere means to follow or obey. Adhere to means to follow or to obey, right? Like as you can see in the example, all drivers must adhere to the speed limit. All drivers must adhere to the speed limit. Like they should not exceed, drivers should not exceed the proper limit. They should drive in the in the right speed. So adhere to means to follow. Okay, adhere to means to follow. For example, if you want to study in this institution, you must adhere to the rules of this college, of this institution. Okay, we must adhere to the rules of the land. Rules of the land means law of the land. Okay, we must adhere to the laws of the land. Laws of the land means the rules where you are working or where you are living or wherever you are. Okay, so we must adhere to the rules of the institution. Yes, stick to. Okay, now the next word is accrue to. Accrue to somebody. So accrue to means come into the possession of. Come into the possession of. Okay, when something comes into your possession, it means it accrued to you. Okay, it accrued to you, right? For example, you and your neighbor were fighting. You and your neighbor were fighting for a house. Okay, that you're saying that this house is mine, and your neighbor was saying that no, this house is mine. Now this case goes to court, and court decides that this house belongs to you. And when court decides that this house belongs to you, like that house accrued to you. Accrued to you means you got that house. Okay, so the house accrued to the eldest son. The house accrued to the eldest son means the eldest son got the possession of the house. Okay, for example, if I say the bike accrued to my brother. Okay, the bike accrued to my brother means the bike came into possession of my brother. Okay, so when something come into someone's possession, we use accrued to. Okay, so both the sentences have same meaning. Okay, both the sentences have same meaning. Here in place of accrued to, we have written came into possession. So accrued means when something comes into your possession, it means it has accrued to you. Okay, it has accrued to you. Okay, now the next word is assent to. Next word is assent to. Assent to your terms. So assent means to accept. Okay, like you can see the example here. Government did not assent to the demands of terrorists. Okay, government did not assent to the demands of terrorists. Okay, like we should never assent to the demands of our unnecessary demands of our children. Okay, like you are children, and as I suggest that your parents should never assent to your unnecessary demands. Okay, now the next word is ascribe. Ascribe to a cause. Ascribe to a cause. Ascribe. Ascribe, what we say ascribe. Ascribe. Now what is the meaning of ascribe? Ascribe means to attribute. Ascribe means to attribute. Okay, or to associate ownership. Ownership. Okay, for example, if when we get success, we say that my success is dedicated to my parents. My success is dedicated to my parents. This means that we have attributed our success to our parents. Like we want to say that my success is not because of me, my success is because of my parents. So after getting success, we say that my success is dedicated to my parents. Okay, so here we have used the word dedicated, which is the easy version of ascribe. Okay, so the same is the case with ascribe. I ascribe my success to my parents. Okay, hope now you got the meaning of ascribe. Hope you got the meaning of ascribe now. Okay, now the next word, belong to a person. Okay, belong to. See, belong to means the ownership. People often say I belong to Delhi. Okay, I belong to Delhi. And one more sentence is there. So here we have two sentences. First sentence is I belong to Delhi, and second is I belong to Sharma family. Now, are these sentences correct or these are wrong? Who can tell me? I belong to Delhi and I belong to Sharma's family. Are these sentences correct? Are these sentences correct or wrong? No. See, this sentence is wrong, but this sentence is correct. Okay, why this sentence is wrong? Because belong to means the ownership, and Delhi does not have your ownership. Like Delhi does not have your ownership. Okay, Delhi is not your owner. You understand the word owner? Delhi is not your owner. Delhi is just a state or a city. Okay, New Delhi is the capital, Delhi is the state. So Delhi is not your owner, and belongs to means owner. We often speak this way, I belong to Delhi, but this is wrong. In place of this, you can say I am from Delhi, and you can also say I hail from Delhi. Both the sentences are correct, but I belong to Delhi is wrong because Delhi is not your owner. But the second sentence, I belong to Sharma family. Now, this sentence is correct because if you do anything wrong, the reputation of Sharma family will be spoiled. Okay, because you belong to Sharma family. Okay, the reputation, the family is the owner of you. Okay, so the second sentence is correct. Clear? Any doubt now? Okay, so the remaining words we'll see tomorrow. This much for today, and this whole week we are going to continue the same topic. Okay, because this is a really very important topic and multiple questions are asked frequently. Okay, so this whole week we are going to study same topic. First we will study verbs with preposition, then we will study nouns with fixed preposition, and then we will study adjectives with fixed prepositions. Okay, adverbs are not followed by prepositions, so don't worry about adverbs. Okay, so if you complete this particular topic, you will be able to answer 4 to 5 questions in examination. This topic is that important. Okay, so have patience and learn all these words. This will take time, but this is going to be very helpful for you for sure. Okay, rest we'll continue tomorrow. Till then,